Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Doing quite a few these days. Tonight I'm reviewing Grant's Whiskey. This was a miniature, obviously. 40% in strength, standard whiskey strength, 40%. Although it's funny that gins go anything up to about 47. So, reading the bump off the Wikipedia, just for a second. Grant's blended whiskies are made using grain whisky from the Girvan distillery as a base, blended with a variety of single malts and other grain whiskies. The full range includes the Family Reserve, the Ale Cask, the Sherry Cask, 12, 18 and 25 year old. And you're paying some for that bugger, I tell you. The distillery at Girvan, produces a light grain whisky that allows the character and the sweetness of the malt whiskies to come through into the final blend. So this is Grant's Family Reserve, and according to this, described as having a complex, clean and fruity taste, it defies the odds for quality, says Jim Murray in Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible 2010. Yeah. Defies the odds for quality. Oh, goodness gracious me. Well, obviously it's got that, that looks like bloody iron brewed, doesn't it, in the colour, that orangey colour to it on the nose. Just smells like whiskey to me. And I'm being honest, I don't know, sometimes when people say, oh, I get oakiness and I get a touch of cloves, and I smell it, what are you bloody on? Because I'm not getting none of that. But sometimes I do. Sometimes, I was amazed with like Hobgoblin beer, that Hobgoblin beer had the smell of bananas in it, and I'm there, and I read a review and I thought, oh, so it's, it is good to read reviews, because some people come out with flavours, and you're there and you think, he's talking out of his, back end. And then you do it yourself, you think, I can smell banana. You taste it, banana, and you think, what the hell? Where did that come from? I've drank Hobgoblin for years, I've never tasted banana. So it just goes to show you. But as for me, it just smells like whiskey to me. So, obviously my nose isn't as refined as other people's noses. Oh, and it's bloody strong as well. There is a fruitiness to it. Oh God, it's strong as well. Wow, it's made my eyes water. It's a bit like an opal fruit. Oh dear. I'm near the end of my spirit mountain that I managed to acquire. 24 different gins and rums and Baileys and whiskies and ports, and I've done a lot of reviews over Christmas, so I'm coming to the end of it, so I'll be back more or less onto beers and wines for quite a while. But it was nice to delve back into the spirit world, for at least for a little bit. And it leaves a real fire as it goes down. And the strength, my God. And it's funny, I've drank lots of whiskey over the years, Jack Daniels and all sorts. I wish I'd have started reviewing about 10 years ago when I was at Sainsbury's. When I started my Sainsbury's life, because by now I'd be on about 5,000-6,000 reviews, and over the years I've reviewed some. I've drank some fantastic stuff over the years, and it's a shame, isn't it? Same with video. I also like doing videos at theme parks. I'm not as brave as some people to walk around a theme park and talking bollocks to a camera going, oh yeah, this ride's fantastic, I'm not as brave as that. Talking to a camera in my kitchen is one thing. Going on a theme park and doing it is something different. And yet, I've got somebody who I follow on YouTube, Coast Crazy, Andy Rumney, and Sam bloke, tells it how it is, a bit like me. And yeah, if he said, you know, he's whereas if people follow this, whereas the likes of Sean Sambrook he spins a positive all the time. He tries to be as positive as he can, which is fair play. Good on the lad. In his theme park worldwide, and he's done fantastically well. He's turned it into a lifelong hobby, and not jealous, but oh my god, the admiration for the bloke. Because if you're turning something that you're doing, talking to a camera on YouTube, going around theme parks, into a hobby that you're visiting all the theme parks in the world, and YouTube's paying for it, you know, advertising's paying for it, that is fantastic. Cannot fault him whatsoever. But Andy Rumney, of Coast Crazy, he's very different. He's doing it as a hobby, and whether he's making money, I'm not sure. But he's telling it how it is, and I like that side of it as well, because sometimes you need to be critical. So me, I try to be positive on beers, but I will also be critical. And flipping out, this is hitting me. So it's got a nice flavour to it. There is a fruitiness there, but the strength, oh my god. It's not a peaty or smoky whiskey, basically middle of the road. Similar to your Bells and your Famous Grouse, basically. They're all in that middle of the road, trying to catch the whiskey drinkers who just want a nice glass of whiskey without any of the strengths, like too peaty, too smoky. Because let's be fair, some of them smoky ones you're drinking and you're like, oh my god, yeah, it will affect you. For me, I like whiskey. Some people drink it with water, some people drink it on the rocks. I like it with ginger wine. With ginger wine, makes a whiskey mac. That to me is the pinnacle. Half whiskey, half ginger wine. Oh dear, you're battered on one glass. Years ago, when my mum died, we had the funeral. We had the rake, rather. Afterwards buried, I had the rake. And I needed... the rake was fantastic, you know, the send-off, the people that came, amazing. And I got home that night, and I needed to just not be part of the earth for a few hours. So I got a pint glass, poured out half a pint of brandy, half a pint of ginger wine, drank the glass, and I was asleep till about 8 o'clock the next morning, which was great. It's just what I needed. And anyway, back to more decent things. So, oh, Jesus Christ. A decent tasting whiskey. Obviously, this is a whiskey for most. This is a whiskey for the majority rather than the minority. Some of the stronger whiskies are for your connoisseurs. This is for your people who are treading into the whiskey waters, who don't want to spend too much, because these are aimed at the price to bring people in to drink it. Out of 5, yeah, it's okay. I'm not mad keen on whiskies, to be honest, but if I'm being honest, flavour wise, it's hard to pick a flavour. It just tastes like any other whiskey to me, and sad as that is, I'm not getting any like vanilla or anything like that. It just tastes like a whiskey, but a nice whiskey, smooth, strong, bloody strong. Out of 5, I'd give it a 4.1. out of 5. Yeah. Right, now I can chill out and I feel drunk. Thanks for watching. See you soon.